Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Memory Keeping with Megan. For this video I wanted to share with you guys the June team challenge that was presented to us by Erin with Crafty Concepts with Erin. So she sent us this envelope full of some goodies here. Let me share those with you, just kind of dump them out and share them with you. And what we are supposed to do is we can make a card or a layout or just any type of project using the contents in our envelope. This little guy's being stubborn, staying in here. So anyway, this is from Stampin Up's Unbounded Beauty collection. I love these papers. They're really pretty, and this color is so me. You can tell by my nail polish. Teal, love it. There is a little story, and I will get to that, about the meaning of my favorite color, teal. Okay, so, and this little guy. So I'm going to brush this stuff off to the side, and I'm going to bring in some papers. These are actually close to my heart papers because right now I am very limited in what I have with Stampin' Up cardstock. So I wanted to lay these things out here and see which colors I wanted to choose to go with everything. And so kind of give you a rundown of what close to my heart papers I have here in front of me is the peach, and then honey butter, and then charcoal, and Lagoon, Sundance, Flamingo, Mist. Oops, Mist is right down here. Sorry, Mist is right there, and that's Periwinkle, and then Wisteria. And I also have different pictures, and I'm actually going to scrapbook about me. So I have some different little selfies that I've taken, and I don't know if I will use all of these or not. I'm just going to kind of flip through and see which ones. I do know that I definitely want to start with this one. This mural was taken on a trip that I took with my oldest son and his girlfriend and my husband. We went to Springfield, Missouri, and had lunch at a restaurant that is absolutely amazing. It's called Black Sheep. And across the street was this mural, and I love butterflies. Butterflies to me represent like a new beginning, and so I wanted to have my picture taken with the wings there, so I want to use that as a central point here. So I want to choose a color that makes this picture pop. And I want to be sure and get teal in there somehow. So I'm going to kind of narrow things down and bring everything back to the drawing board. I chose a layout design using Close to My Heart's Make It From Your Heart Layout Idea Book, Volume 5, Pattern 13. I chose charcoal as my background color as I thought that it would make everything pop more than the white background that was recommended. I need to have about a 1/2 inch border all the way around, so I thought that I was being really smart and resourceful by getting it. I measured the Sundance cardstock to make 3-inch strips on both sides. I want to put my title on these strips. As I was adhering these down, I started noticing that something was not right, but I kept on going. I cut out the Lagoon cardstock strips, adhered those, and then it hit me that I didn't have any background paper to add my embellishments on. I looked at white and shortbread as backgrounds and quickly ruled them out. I used the Rub and Remove eraser from Close to My Heart to salvage the strips of cardstock that I wanted to use on the sides. This is a tool that is really handy to have. I did bring out my T-ruler to use to try and make sure that I got things evened out. I then cut Flamingo, and I wanted to have about 8 inches to use in the middle. Well, I must be having a day because I first laid the 2 small pieces down here, and I thought, what the heck is going on? I was too busy thinking about how I wanted to be sure and tell you all how much I love my trimmer from Stampin' Up. I have a variety of trimmers and even recently purchased a new trimmer from a different company, and I have to say, after using that new trimmer a few times, I love my Stampin' Up one even more. I'm now cutting the cardstock from Unbounded Beauty collection, about 1/8 of an inch high and 3 inches wide. Now, I'm going to try and figure out how I want to position these pictures. I really have too many for them to go across, especially since these Sundance strips are where I want to put my title. I could use a flip flap. I am really stepping completely outside of my comfort zone with this layout. I don't scrap about myself. I hate for my pictures to be taken, but I do know that it's important. About that title that I cut out with my Cricut, She's a Warrior, on December 4th of 2014, I was diagnosed with a very rare autoimmune disease, scleroderma. The dermatologist had me believing the worst case scenario would happen to me in less than a year. I am very blessed that to date, it has not affected me the way that the dermatologist said that it would. June is Scleroderma Awareness Month, and teal is the color for scleroderma. I stamped out and created some embellishments using sticks from close to my heart. I used some sprigs from Heartfelt flowers, the butterflies and flowers and sprigs from Daisy Meadows, and flowers from Isabella. I used the Stampin' Up 2426 in color inks and Stampin Write markers, as well as a watercolor pencil set that I bought from Stampin' Up more than 20 years ago. I did blend some of the things in with a water brush. I'm going to look through my embellishment book. Some people say ephemera, but sometimes I do too. I got this storage idea from Erin from Crafty Concepts with Erin, and it's so much easier for me to even think about using embellishments now knowing where they are more organized this way. What I'm looking through is the ephemera pack from Stampin' Up called Something for Everything. I am 1/16 Chickasaw, and I am choosing a teal feather and a tan feather. A couple of things that a feather signifies is strength and power. Butterflies to me mean perseverance, hope, transformation, and new beginnings. And I'm also Scottish-Irish, so I want to put this clover in. And I'm going to throw in a few hearts scattered about as well. I am using Barely Art Precision Craft Glue to adhere my title down, mainly because of the precision tip, but also I really like it for adhering paper to paper. I am using a pickup tool from close to my heart for those smaller things. And like a lot of other people, I am very self-conscious about my looks. I don't like my smile, I hate my teeth, but since my diagnosis, I have learned to be thankful and grateful for everything I have and everything I am. I used one of the 2426 in color resin dots to put a dot over the eye in Warrior. I don't know if I lost it someplace or if there was even one to begin with. Now for this cluster, I cannot recall exactly who I saw use this technique, but I did see someone use, I think it was Glad Press and Seal, to keep their cluster together. I have not tried this technique yet, so we're doing this together. I actually had to run to the store and buy some because of course I didn't have any here at the house. Now, circles is not something that I do very often in my layouts, unless my layout is about blowing bubbles or something like that. I used some double-sided adhesive as well as an old tape runner that I had from years ago. I just cannot get over how well my supplies held up over my hiatus. I'm using this flip-flop here from close to my heart. Actually, flip-flap. This is the first time that I have even opened up the package. I know that some people adhere them to the layout directly and some to the page protectors. Both ways make sense to me, and today I'm just adhering it directly to the layout. Oh, now it's time for the cluster test. For the most part, this worked really good, and I will definitely do this again. I'm going to lay some glue down on here, and maybe with some practice, I'll get it down perfectly. But really for a beginner, I am pleased. Now, being a boy mom, I don't use flowers very often to decorate my layouts, but I really like how this cluster came together, sprigs and all. I added in more dots throughout this page, and honestly, I am really excited about this layout. I tried a lot of new things and really stepped out of my comfort zone in a lot of different ways. If you liked my video today, be sure to give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and share my YouTube channel here with some of your crafty friends, and catch me on social media that I'm going to have listed below. Bye-bye.